Good evening. Thank you for joining me this Monday on 7 Edition. I'm Otto Othman and these are tonight's headlines. Malaysians can expect lower fuel prices beginning January next year. Also, 4 including 2 juveniles charged with murder of transgender. And Indonesia president orders early detection system for tsunami. Fuel prices will be reviewed weekly beginning January next year in light of the drop in global crude oil prices in recent weeks. Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng hinted that users can expect to pay less for fuel each week if the declining trend of prices continues. Meanwhile, a targeted subsidy system will be introduced later in 2019. In a statement today, Lim said the current automatic pricing mechanism will be replaced with a weekly review to allow users to enjoy quicker price reviews. In view of the current trend of declining global oil prices, he noted that the retail price of fuel is expected to drop beginning January 1st. Lim also said should global oil prices increase in future, the government would once again cap the price at 2 ringgit 20 sen for RON 95 and 2 ringgit 18 sen for diesel. Fuel prices for RON 95 and diesel have remained unchanged since June 7th this year. The Pakatan Harapan government has, between May and November, subsidized petrol up to 5.82 billion ringgit to maintain the prices of RON 95 and diesel. On Monday, oil prices dipped ahead of the Christmas holiday break, adding to last week's steep losses on concerns about a global oversupply. The benchmark Brent crude futures fell 27 cents or 0.5% to $53.55 per barrel. The Magistrates Court today charged 4 men with murder for brutally assaulting a transgender person to death earlier this month. The suspects, aged between 16 and 21, were brought to the court at 9 a.m. after their 10-day remand order ended today. They nodded in understanding when the charge was read to them before Magistrate Soleha Noratika Ismail. All 4 suspects were charged under Section 302 of the Penal Code, which provides the death penalty upon conviction. However, no plea was recorded. No bail was granted and the court set January 30th for case mention. They were then taken to the Sungai Buloh prison until the trial date. Now, 6 men were charged at the Petaling Jaya Magistrates Court with rioting and obstructing police from carrying out their duties during the riot at the Sri Mahamariamman Temple 2 weeks ago. All 6 pleaded not guilty to the charges read before Magistrate Muhammad Ikhwan Muhammad Nasir today. The 6 accused were M. Mani Maran, Muhammad Shahril Danial Sajel, Muhammad Saifullah Abdullah, Muhammad Hasnizam Shah Samsudin, Akmal Izzat Aziz, and Muhammad Narul Ismawi Islahuddin. Mani Maran, who worked as a sales marketing manager, was jointly charged with M. Elangovan and G. Daniel for causing grievous hurt to Sulaiman Abdullah. The father of 2 was also charged with obstructing police, Inspector Muhammad Nazmi Zulkafli, and 2 other policemen from performing their duties. Mani Maran was also charged together with 50 suspects who still at large with rioting by obstructing a police patrol car from exiting the temple premises. Meanwhile, Shahril Danial, Saifullah, Hasnizam, Akmal Izzat, and Norul Ismawi were jointly charged with participating in an unlawful assembly and possessing machete, axe, and wooden stick as weapons during rioting. All the offences were allegedly committed on November 26 at the Sri Mahamariamman Temple in USJ 25, Subang Jaya. The court granted 18,000 ringgit bail for Mani Maran, 5,000 ringgit bail for Shahril Danial, and 6,000 ringgit bail each for Saifullah, Hasnizam, Akmal Izzat, and Norul Ismawi. It also fixed January 17th for mention. A man was killed while another was seriously injured after a diesel fuel tanker parker within a factory caught fire in Johor Bahru. The incident happened at Jalan Mutiara Emas, 5/17 Mount Austin Park at about 10:20 a.m. today. State Fire and Rescue Department spokesman said a total of 28 firemen immediately rushed to the scene after receiving a distress call at 10:30 a.m. The fire was ravaging the diesel fuel tanker of 5,000-liter capacity before spreading to some parts of the building. Both male victims had yet to be identified but were believed to be in their 40s. The deceased was completely burned, while the injured man suffered 50% burns and was rushed to Sultan Ismail Hospital for treatment. The cause of the incident is still being investigated. A baby boy believed to be a newborn was found in a surau in Taman Kramat, Kuala Lumpur last night. Police said the infant was placed in a box together with disposable diapers and baby formula. Ampang Jaya District Police Chief ACP Hamzah Alias, in a statement today, said the baby was discovered by a member of the congregation at the mosque at about 8:50 p.m. The infant was then examined by a hospital medical team and confirmed to be healthy. He was sent to Ampang Hospital for further observation. Members of the public who have information on the matter are urged to step forward to assist in the investigation. Meanwhile, a newborn baby with an umbilical cord still attached was found near the Gemilang orphanage in Sik, Kedah early today. A local resident who found the infant said he heard the cries of a baby and stumbled upon the newborn on the ground wrapped in a towel while walking to his farm at around 8 a.m. He then informed the nurse of a local clinic in Chapir before the baby was brought to Sikh Hospital for further examination. For Tenaga Nasional Berhad, TNB employees who were reported stranded in the Sultan Mizan Forest Reserve in Hulu Terengganu since yesterday were found safe this morning. The first victim was found at 9:30 a.m., while the other three at 10:35 a.m. They were believed to have been lost their way while conducting a check on the power lines at the transmission tower in the area of Felda, Mengkawang. The victims, Nur Muslim Muhammad Dom, Muhammad Amirul Ismail, Muhammad Shazwan Wahab, Ahmad Khairi Azman Muhammad, aged between 29 and 51, are from the TNB's Eastern Region Substation Unit in Dungun. District Police Chief Deputy Superintendent Muhammad Adil Mat Daud said the search and rescue operation started at 8 a.m. The operation was also joined by other agencies, including the Civil Defense Force and the Fire and Rescue Department. Yesterday, a senior TNB technician lodged a report on the victim's plight after he managed to contact one of them. They were brought to the Hulu Terengganu for further examination and treatment. Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia Bersatu need to take a cautious approach before deciding on the request for the party to spread its wings to Sabah in the wake of the resignation of the UMNO state UMNO leaders recently. Its president Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin said the decision will depend on the discussions with Parti Warisan Sabah, which is in power in Sabah, and component parties of the Pakatan Harapan PH in the state. Responding to a recent request by Sabahans to join the party, albeit it not having any division in the state, Tan Sri Muhyiddin said it could also be resolved if they agreed to be absorbed by Warisan. This as PH already has an agreement with the Sabah Chief Minister, Datuk Seri Muhammad Shafi Abdal, led party in the East Malaysia state.
Kita kena berhati-hati. Jadi saya beritahu pada Datuk Syafi'i, you gondengkanlah dengan mereka dulu. Kalau semua ni you boleh masuk semua dalam warisan, selesai saya. Itu yang saya dah sebutkan, supaya tak ada pertembungan dari segi kepentingan antara parti kita dengan parti dia. Saya fikir mesti tempoh yang munasabah. Mereka kata bahawa biar Datuk Syafi'i dengan rakan-rakan Daryl rondingkan dengan Haji G apa semua sekali ini dalam satu waktu yang agak munasabah, sebulan ke ataupun tak lebih sikit daripada lebih sikit sebulan ke. Kalau lepas tu dia kata dia dah selesai rundingan, saya nak tahu apa keputusan supaya dia akan maklum pada saya dan baru saya baik langkah dari segi bersatu apa langkah yang kita nak buat.
On Bersatu making a footing in Sarawak, he said it also requires a prudent approach so that their presence there would not become an issue.
Ada DAP, ada PKR, ada Amanah. Kita masuk kat sana pula. Dia dah bagi kursi semua dengan 3 parti, kita masuk yang keempat. Macam kat sini dululah. Kena gonding macam-macam. Jadi sebab tu saya ambil langkah untuk Sarawak kita agak berhati dan memilih-milih. Kalau setakat untuk tubuh 1-2 bahagian, boleh tubuh. Tapi tak ada niat untuk mengembang sayap sampai ke seluruh pasal Sarawak ni besar.
The Home Minister pointed out that among the issues that need to be discussed with GPS first are about its economic policies, including the matter concerning petroleum resources. Coming up, AirAsia and Malaysia Airlines on edge over viral video. The details next. An AirAsia senior staff had been summoned by police to give his statement after posting a video on Twitter disparaging KLIA2 for having poor hygiene standards. The video in question, which has over 4,000 views as of now, shows a trash bin covered with maggots at the departure gate of the airport. Here's the details. Aziz posted the video on December 21st along with a caption, allegedly questioning a self-flattering statement earlier by Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad MAHB over its service quality at the airport and KLIA. In the thread, he later clarified what he posted earlier were actually maggots and not termites. He later told local media that police had called him in over his post, which apparently had hurt the image of the airport operator. Aziz added he could not provide further details other than what he had already been reported until he meets police on Wednesday, accompanied by AirAsia's lawyers. The top management of the airline had also been informed on the matter and gave him their support. AirAsia Group CEO Tan Sri Tony Fernandez also came to Aziz's defense on his Facebook page, condemning the issue as ridiculous and sad. Tan Sri Fernandez said it was the first time that such report was lodged against the airline, and the company will not allow itself be bullied and threatened for speaking the truth. Both AirAsia and MAHB had been in continuous relationship for years. The airline has been very vocal in criticizing the airport operator over various issues, including poor airport maintenance. Now updated as of 7 p.m., here are the top trending topics and searches on the internet today. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad hopes that Malaysians from all races and religions will continue to celebrate each other's holiday festivities. In his Christmas celebration message, he said this is a manifestation of the inclusiveness of the Malaysian cultures that has been celebrated over the years.
I hope this mutual regard will continue and be passed on to the younger generation. This is what made Malaysia unique, united and strong. A Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you very much. And I would like to wish all Malaysians a joyous...
Tun Dr. Mahathir and his wife, Tun Dr. Siti Hasmah Muhammad Ali, also took the opportunity to wish a Merry Christmas to all.
People from all races and religions.
As we approach the eve of Christmas, those living in the Portuguese village of Ujong Pasir, Malacca, celebrate the holiday spirit in style by bringing with them a 30-year-long tradition. Not only are their houses decorated with Christmas emblems, but the assortment of colorful lights makes the village a great attraction for both local and foreign tourists.
Although Christmas will only be celebrated tomorrow, residents have started preparing for the holiday since early December. In addition to the beautiful house decor and Christmas trees, the village is also graced with Santa Claus and his reindeers, thrilling visitors of all ages.
Actually, this tradition is one of a kind, I think, here in Malaysia. Only in Malacca, Portuguese settlement that you can find this. Sebab kita semua duduk satu kampung, so it's like a community family. Okay. So besides that, I think other place you won't have this kind of experience where every people they live together.
The holiday spirit of the residents living in the Portuguese village does not only fall upon Christmas, but is shared throughout the year. Each festive season brings together the community in hopes that they can deliver an atmosphere of unity, especially to those exploring the village.
Saya rasa satu-satunya kampung yang meraya sebegitu gemuruh dan mereka menggunakan inisiatif sendiri, wang sendiri untuk menghiaskan rumah mereka. Saya nampak ni keadaan di sini memang teratur. Ada MPKK yang terbaru, mereka menghancurkan tempat ni dan nampak ni ramai turis lah, ramai pelancong hari-hari dan ini satu tanda yang baik untuk pelancongan di negeri Melaka.
As Christmas approaches, the mood in the village tonight will be extra lively, as visitors of all ages, races and religions will be coming to celebrate the holiday season with their family.
Meanwhile, the holiday spirit can also be felt in Kuching, Sarawak, as the Christian community prepare for the celebration tomorrow. Shopping malls began crowding as early as 10 a.m. today, with holiday shoppers looking to complete their last-minute preparations for Christmas. Apart from buying clothes and decorations for Christmas, many are also buying gifts for family members and friends, according to the traditions of the festival.
So far, we've been shopping for a few days already, and then at home also, we cleaning up the house and all. Quite hectic actually. Yeah, but it's okay lah. It's all fun and all. Yeah.
Are you expecting a lot of guests this year?
Yeah, a lot. We got my colleagues, friends, families, all. Yeah, we'll be expecting a lot.
Apart from the shopping fiasco, tourists from around the world have also taken the opportunity to experience the Christmas celebration in Kuching.
Oh, here it's not so crazy, although everyone seems to still be out. Yeah, definitely a lot more panic over in New Zealand, so here is a nice relaxing time for me.
Shoppers and tourists alike were able to enjoy the mall's scenery with their family and friends, whilst also exploring many of the Christmas exhibits and decorations on display. When we return, young tsunami survivors' miraculous rescue. The details next. Malaysia is ready to help in the search and rescue efforts resulting from the recent tsunami in the Sunda Straits. The National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, said this in a statement issued today, adding that the agency was monitoring the situation through the National Disaster Council, NDCC. According to the statement, NADMA said the Malaysian embassy in Jakarta will discuss with the Indonesian Foreign Ministry on the assistance that Malaysia can provide. The embassy had also said the tsunami was a small-scale one compared to that which hit Lombok and Palu. NADMA added that Malaysia sympathized with Indonesia over the disaster. Under the standby agreement plan, Malaysia was ready to provide assistance, especially in the search and rescue efforts. Also monitoring the situation closely is the Special Malaysia Disaster Assistance and Rescue Team, SMART, through the Indonesian Disaster Management Agency, BNPB, as well as the ASEAN Coordinating Center for Humanitarian Assistance on Disaster Management and the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. Wisma Putra had said Indonesia had not yet opened to international assistance, as the BNPB and the National Search and Rescue Agency, Basarnas, could handle the situation. Yesterday, the Foreign Ministry also said no Malaysians have been reported missing or directly affected by the tsunami. Now, from the world's biggest Christmas tree in Italy to the little town of Bethlehem itself, preparations for the festive season are well underway across the globe. Visuals of the preparations wrap up 7 edition this evening. I'm Otto Othman. Thanks for watching. And on behalf of the team, have a great Christmas ahead.